Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. In today's video we've got the patch notes for the brand new DROLE. He is red, like we assumed, and he does use the old DROLE as like a base DROLE. So if you've got the base DROLE, the the blue and green one, maxed out, in terms of outfits, relic, that will all transfer onto this DROLE. So yeah, let's see what they're actually adding in the patch, which I've already seen, so I already know what's coming up. Bundles. The chest event, which you can actually get 10 diamonds in, which isn't bad. Of course, it's extremely unlikely. It's like a 1% chance, like a 3% chance. It's really unlikely, but you can get diamonds from it. Force Soldieress event stage, and then DROLE will be added to Hero Arena, and then that is it. Nothing else. This is probably the least we've had with a character, the least amount of content we've had with a character release in a very long time. Normally we have like, I don't know, like an event boss or something along the lines of a new event. I understand that we're technically still in the collaboration stuff, and we may even get another character next week, so then it'll be like, okay, then it'll be 2 weeks until the festival, because I'm pretty sure our festival this month will be the 27th, which is the very final week. I doubt it will be the week prior to that, because it'll be a week too soon. And we actually had the collab a week soon, so I doubt we'll do it 2 months in a row. But anyway, on to DROLE himself, because that is all they've really added in this update. He does seem pretty broken from his current passive. For each giant ally participating in battle, their basic stats increase by 7%. When a giant ally is attacked, their damage taken from critical strikes is decreased by 60%. When a giant ally inflicts damage using a skill during the ally's turn, giant's defense light stats are increased by 5% for 3 turns up to 5 times, which is a buff, and it seems pretty broken, but that's not the most broken bit. The most broken bit is for each buff applied to the hero, their basic stats are increased by 10%. I'm pretty sure that means DROLE. So if DROLE's in the back, you'll get nothing. But if DROLE's in the front and he gets buffs, they can get a 50% basic stat boost. Plus, you know, if there's 3 mana up 21%, 4 mana up 28%. Of course, that's if I'm reading that wrong. It says for each buff applied to the hero, their basic stats, which means, I guess, your allies, instead of saying the hero, their base stats increased by 7%, which is kind of crazy, especially with his relic as well, which gives you damage reduction per buff, which I think is like kind of also just stupid. He's still got the same commandment, so applies an effect that increases resistance by 30% for 3 turns upon taking damage from any skill in PvP. Of course, this only works in the front. He does also work in the back. I wonder how much of his passive does work in the back, because of course it may be that the top 3 like sections work in the back, or there could be that only the top 1 or the top 2. Realistically, I think it will be the top 3, but there is a chance it's also only the top 2 as well, which is still quite decent. 60% crit damage or critical strike reduction is pretty good, especially a character like Scold. Once again, you'll take less damage from Scold. Demons aren't really too big of a threat. Konosuba team, it doesn't need to crit you, realistically. And then the basic stats are always going to be nice. And it's quite a good replacement for Matrona in the backline, so now Giants have a proper backline, which is good. His skills are Pierce Rate, so he's got a Pierce Rate with removal of all gauge, which is pretty good to see. It means he's got a damage healing skill with a like support skill, which once again, Matrona also had all gauge removal, so this is pretty good. I wonder if it is the good all gauge removal, the one that removes 2 all gauge at level 2. But once again, the only way to find out will be when the game releases, or sorry, when DROLE releases, solely because they don't show you here. Also, they've done some changes. That's not normal DROLE's ultimate. Inflicts amplify damage. He's got amplify single target as well. So he's got 2 decent single target skills, which are okay. Like, you know, DROLE is going to be okay with it. And he's got I kind of wish they just buffed DROLE's ultimate. They didn't have to just only buff this DROLE. So in recent times, they've only been buffing newer character ultimates. So if you're wondering why isn't, you know, well, that's good, you know, the old DROLEs are getting a buff on their ultimate. No, this is only for new characters. Even if they've got the same ultimate, they still may have different effects to it. We found that out with the brand new blue Summit Easton. She had a whole different effect to what her current ultimate had. But yeah, not bad. It's what is needed, which is a damage boost. Shatter's always been a Charge's always been a horrendous effect. Also, Shatter's also a horrendous effect as well. But this is a bait banner. As you can see by how good the banner is, it is solely meant to bait you in. You know, it's got Green Tear, it's got Vargas, it's got a Green Tristan, Green Camilla, Red Esterosa, and you know, they're all really good characters. Even DROLE's a really good character, right? But If this was a 242, it'd be incredible worth. But because it's a 600, and of course we know that we're getting a festival at the end of this month, you know, if you've got the excess amount of diamonds or you don't mind spending a little bit, okay, maybe it's not too bad. Okay, he seems like a really good support character, and he seems like, I'm not sure if he'll make the meta, so to say, because Giants' current problem is that they can't get through Darkness is Torn, and then characters like Song and Brynhild lower the stats so much, or Melee Liz with the shield, you know, his basic stats, so Skull doesn't do that much damage when it comes to base stats, especially at least like the first or the second term, so the shield can tank quite a bit of it, which is more or less their biggest problem. But yeah, it's not bad. DROLE will of course not be added to the standard banner, because why would they ever want to add any new characters to the standard banner? But that's it. Nothing too crazy. DROLE's kit seems really good. I'm just more or less sad about the banner, the update itself. It's not adding anything of any value. Of course, I do expect us probably to get maybe another character next week, maybe a 242 next week. Then it gives us 2 weeks to the next banner, and end of month. Or they'll wait another 2 weeks, then we'll get a 242, and then the week after the 242, we will then get our festival end of month. Of course, current speculation says it's Tristan. It could be catastrophes, because we know catastrophes this year. There's a lot it could really be, and of course we should have to wait and see, sadly. But anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.